Alright, you lot. What we're going to do, we're going to have a look at some comments. I've uploaded a few videos recently, and I've noticed there's a few comments there. I haven't read most of them yet, so let's have a read, shall we, to see what happens. So, got down here, the first comment on the old list is from Christopher Harry. The back tyres are supposed to have some angle in it, so when you turn, the weight gets distributed to the back tyres to give it more grip. When you turn, the back tyres will be fully on the ground. There you go. That's true, then well done, Christopher. Okay, so what else we got? Josh Chatwin. 30%, have you noticed any difference? Yeah, so this is, Josh is talking about that I run the Savage on 30% helicopter fuel from OptiFuel. That stuff in there, 30%, I'm not going to get it all out, all the radios in there. So, well, the Savage has a difference. Both engines seem to run, I mean I've been running this on 16, but I've been running it on 30 the other day. Although that's not quite 30, that's a mixture of 16 and 30 because I squared a bit 16 in by accident. So, yeah, both engines run smoother and they seem to be freer, obviously because there's more oil in the 30% helicopter fuel. So, I would say, yeah, it does make a difference. Power, don't know, don't really care about that, so I don't know, maybe not. It all depends on how you tune it, doesn't it? But I'd say it's pretty good. I like it. Been difficult to get hold of 30 until I found that OptiFuel stuff in Model Sport, because active scale models don't sell it. They only sell that other shit. What was it? I forget what it's called now. Ryan Taylor. Great video. Really like the buggy. Keep up the great videos. Well, thanks very much there, Ryan. Appreciate that. What else we got? Hello, what's happened here? My HPI bullets start up after under 5 pulls when it's cold, and first time when it's hot. Why does it take so many pulls to start the MP9? Is the piston worn? Nah, piston ain't worn. I mean, it's pretty much new. It don't matter how many times it takes to start. I mean, a lot of people go on about that, don't they? Who else replied? My MP9 is something difficult to start, it's only 25. Yeah, see, the thing is there, PC Rashford, a lot of people go on about, even when they sell a car or a motorbike or a nitro car, oh, it starts first time, you know, who cares how long it takes to start? That's the thing, I don't really care about that. You know, when I was a bit more into motocross and motorbikes, it don't matter how long things take to start. Well, obviously you want it to start relatively quickly. You don't want it to be sitting there for bloody 10 minutes trying to get it to start, because then you've got a fueling problem most likely. But I think that was on the video where I was running the MP9 here up and down the road, and yeah, to be honest, I didn't prime it properly. Literally just blew through the tube and see what happened. Give it a few pulls, didn't start, put my thumb over the exhaust, primed it a bit more, give it a few more pulls, away it went. You know, a lot of people are proper on, oh, my one starts first pull. Yep, some people care about that, and the hobby is a hobby, whatever you make of it. Personally, I don't care about that, so piston's not worn, probably not. It's quite a new engine, it's only been used about 6-7 times. Probably got about 4 hours on it. So, now, to answer your question there, is the piston worn? Don't know. Not really too bothered whether it is or it isn't. And, yeah, it takes as long as it wants to start. That's not something I'm particularly bothered in. And a lot of people take that the wrong way. They think that I'm either being funny towards them and saying, I don't care how long it takes. And they're like, oh, sorry, I only asked. PC Rashford, that is your name. It's not that way at all. It's just the fact that it takes as long as it takes to start. I know that it's running fine, and it probably was due to me not priming it properly. The next comment, Christopher Plews. I don't know how you pronounce it. Have a look. Is it Plews? Christopher. Heli fuel has tons of oil in it. Helis run much cooler than cars. You will get more power. Oh, let everyone on about power again. Cat dodge. You will get more power from 25% nitro with less oil. Big clouds equal unburnt fuel. You should see smoke when you pull away, but not at high revs. It should be burning all of it by then. When you see Mr. Cat Dodge, I mean, and that's where you're wrong as far as nitro engines go. As far as nitro goes, it should be a nice big cloud of smoke through the whole rev range. And also, I think you've got your wires mixed there with ordinary petrol engines and nitro engines. I could go into massive detail about how engines work, but it's just going to be too long of a video and probably confuse half of you, and you'll be dead by the time I've finished. Basically, yep, clouds of smoke does equal unburnt fuel in a diesel engine, a 4-stroke diesel engine, that is. Well, actually a 2-stroke as well, because they still have oil in them. 2-stroke and 4-stroke diesel and 4-stroke petrol engines, yep, unburnt fuel, clouds of smoke. Now, in 2-stroke petrol and 2-stroke nitro engines, yeah, unburnt fuel to a certain extent, but don't forget that 2-stroke engines have the oil in the fuel. 4-stroke diesel and petrol engines, not 4-stroke nitro ones because they don't have oil in them either, but 4-stroke engines where the oil is in the crankcase, in the sump, they don't burn any oil, at least they shouldn't do, so there should be less smoke. That way the only thing that it's burning is fuel, whether it be diesel or petrol, and so if you've got smoke, clouds of black or greyish smoke from petrol and diesel, yep, that's unburnt fuel. If it's blue or white smoke, that's probably oil. As far as nitro engines go, which are a 2-stroke and a compression engine, the smoke is a good thing because, like I keep saying to you, the oil is in the fuel and it's gonna be smoke. You need a big cloud of smoke all the way through the rev range, even at the end. In fact, it's more important at the higher RPMs because your piston's going up about, well, anywhere between 25 and 50,000 RPM. So you need as much oil in there as possible to keep that lubricated, and as much, you know, the smoke, who cares about the smoke? The more smoke the better, as long as it's not too much, because obviously, you know, it goes without saying that if it's too rich, too much fuel, you know, and too much oil, then obviously it's going to get coked up, it's going to get overwhelmed, and it ain't going to run efficiently, it ain't going to run very well at all. But the smoke, you know, you do want, I'm afraid, Mr. Cat Dodge, you seem to be a bit misled, I think, in the way that is. As far as you say about I'll get more power than 25%, may well be, I may well, but I don't care about power. If I cared about power, I'll be chasing, I'll be using fuels that are a bit more efficient than 30% helicopter fuel. I want the smoke, not fussed about power, I want plenty of smoke. So, I run that fuel. Christopher Plews said, I agree, a bit of smoke at the top end, not loads. I carry it, oh my god. Okay. Christopher, you're a proper RC geek, you are. Yeah, look, he goes, I carry a temp gun with me to be sure. After spanking mine up and down at full throttle, engine was running about 106 degrees. 106 is perfect temp, no need to worry, till over about 125. And I replied to that one. That's great advice. Does it get better than 80 quid, eh? Don't care about the power. Does it get better for 80 quid, eh? You get 8 years experience. That's a lot of years. And videos and stuff. I wish there was a way to upload pics onto YouTube chat. Want to share some pics of my MP9 mods on the Facebook. Start a YouTube channel. The bar is set pretty low. Yeah, you should do. I'm not quite sure what Cat Dodge is on about. That's great advice. Does it get better for £80? I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but yeah. So, Christopher, you tit, what are you on about? Why'd you carry a temp gun with you? I'm not taking the mick out of you in a bad way, I'm just joking. Yeah, some people do. Some people are proper into the bloody hobby, and they all measuring the temperature all the time. Better stop it, better stop it. Oh, bit cold, quick, better lean it out and give it a thrash. It's not running right. I don't give a shit about that, dude, and none of you should really. Bloody hell, it's a hobby, innit, eh? Start it up, give it a reasonable tune, and go and enjoy it, you know. But even if you're racing, obviously, and you want to win the race, don't you? So you want it to be running optimal, but. Yeah, Christopher, I'm not taking the mick out here, don't get offended, but I do laugh that you carry a temperature gun and measure the temperature all the time. So it's been a couple of days actually now since I filmed the first part of the video. In fact, it's probably been about a week. So there's been a few more comments, so let's start from the top again and then we'll go down. The top one, Sean Wordle, I've got a Hongnor LX2 but needs new piston and sleeve. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Jack, I love watching your videos. You must have a lot of RC cars. No, Jack. Mr. Jack, I don't. And I have an MP9, a Savage 21, it was two, a Rush Evo, which was the Savage 21 and the Rush Evo, as you know, probably from watching my videos, are the first ever ones I had. Then I got the Rush, because I got given that. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I got the Mardave mini stock, that one, and that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 RC cars. Yeah. Nope, don't have a lot, but it's a lot. A lot of people can't even afford one, so I'm lucky, but I ain't got a lot. If that makes any sense. So, Mr. Jack, there we go. Oh, and Jack, another one, Jack. That RC car is so cool and fast. I've always wanted one that goes that fast. My name is Carter and I'm 10. I thought you was called Jack. Nice one, Carter. What is it? Oh, that. Oh, you've always wanted one? Oh, that's nice. Well, you'll get one eventually, dude. We've got a comment here from Smith. Hi, dude. Not related to this brand video, but I could do your knowledge and guidance. I've just bought Traxxas Slash 3.3, and upon the braking procedure, the car will not idle and accelerate upon starting. I've adjusted the linkage, set to the idle screw to 1mm gap, played with the trim, etc. with no joy. As per the manual, it states no to make any alterations to high-speed needle or low-speed needle until the 6th tank. Braking procedure. Do you have any recommendations? You've gotten yourself a new subby. Oh, nice one, Smith. Thanks very much. I'll give that a love. So I'll write a comment to your reply in a minute. Let's have a think. Let's have a little bit of a think. Right, so it won't tick over. You're breaking it in and it won't tick over and it won't accelerate. So really then you've adjusted the throttle gap, the idle screw gap, to 1mm. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't know if 1mm is right. I mean, I don't measure things. I don't do anything like that the proper way. I just bloody play with it until it works. It's a bit of a problem because when someone asks a question, I don't have an answer. So I don't know if 1mm is the right spec to have that. But if I were you, and it won't tick over, but it runs alright when it does start. Yeah, I'm assuming that you didn't say that it don't run well. You just said it won't tick over and it won't accelerate. So I'm assuming that it does start and it runs just very high. In that case, what I would do, make sure that the airflow is good. Make sure the air filter's not got some foam or something in it that it shouldn't have in it from packing or whatever. Nothing in the carburetor. Make sure the fuel is getting through right, no restrictions. You can check that by taking the fuel pipe off of the carb, yeah, where it goes into the needle, and blowing down the exhaust tube, yeah. And if you get a nice constant flow of fuel coming out, yeah, you have to put a cup or something next to it, or just blow it on the floor. That's what I do. If not restricted, you're alright. And after that, just play with the screws, the needles, yeah. Don't lean them out too much. Just a tad, yeah, about a quarter of a turn on the low speed needle or whatever. It might help it out. Other than that, there ain't a lot you can do. You just got to play with it. And it ain't uncommon. It ain't uncommon for them to be like that at the box, because they don't set them up right or nothing. Obviously, they just put them together. And part of the hobby is that you have to set it up. That is the hobby. So, yeah, I would recommend that you just play around. Don't be afraid of it. You ain't gonna mess it up. There's nothing to mess up. All right, it's very simple. You'll learn this after a while. So, Mr. Smith and anyone else who's interested in this, just do that. Like I say, you know, check to make sure your airflow's alright, your air filter, your fuel flow's fine. After that, play with the screws. You might even, don't worry about setting bloody 1mm gap. Turn the tick over screw in, yeah? Start it up and turn it in. But if you said it won't accelerate, then you might have to lean out that needle, or maybe even richen that low speed needle. Just play with it. You won't do any damage. Not from really, well, if you turn it in too much, it won't run. So you won't do no damage, trust me, it'll be fine. Let me know how you do. Let everyone know how you do. Put a comment in this video and let us know how it went. That's going to be it for this one. I'm running out of time slowly. Sitting outside waiting to go into work. Got going in a minute. So I'll catch you lot in the next one. All the best. And thanks for everyone who's commenting and everything like that and subscribing. It is the tits. I love every minute of it. Really good fun reading all the comments. I love reading the comments. So, yeah. See you later, everyone.